So this video was originally just going to be about female Thor. And yes, I said female Thor. Not Thor, not Mighty Thor, she is female Thor. But as I was going to a web article about that, I just happened to see the title of this other article, and it actually made me do a double take. And I couldn't believe it. I thought it was a joke, but I'm not 100% sure whether it is or not, but I just felt like I needed to share this. Title of this article: Now that we've got a female Thor, let's topple every pale, male, and stale superhero character we can. Stealing a few spots from original characters at the front of the box office race is not only positive, but absolutely necessary if underrepresented actors are to have a fighting chance. Now, first off, I'd like to say that just sounds incredibly insulting to any actor who is not white, because, for one, you're saying they need to steal roles from other people. They can't get them on their own merit. Well, let's begin. Superhero movies are important. That's not an opinion, it's just true. Avengers Endgame is the top box office film of all time, raking in $2.79 billion and watched by millions. Superpowers get bums on seats, and sneaking in social justice messages under the radar is a tried and tested way of speaking to the masses. Since when? I haven't talked to anybody who is happy about having social justice messages in their movies. You see more videos other than, actual news channels, but those can hardly be trusted nowadays. But you see more videos about people getting tired of it and they want it to stop. These stories have always been about underdogs proving their worth, or those who are other finding their place, and the recent wave of heroes who truly reflect these traits is one we should cheer as it builds into a tsunami. I don't feel like this is going to be a tsunami. Since Saturday's announcement of a female Thor, the internet has blown up with people wailing that the historically straight white male pool of superheroes is being drained for a more diverse roster. Many can be safely ignored. I saw one person on social media bemoaning the betrayal of the Norse myths, a complaint curiously absent from Thor Ragnarok. I'd love to know which myth has Jeff Goldblum swanning about in an orgy spaceship. I'd also like to know. That would be a very entertaining one. It's the ostensibly more reasonable complaints of, I don't mind female/people of color, LGBT plus characters, but why can't they make their own? That nettles me, because make no mistake, we are. Villains Interrupted, my play about supervillains in prison therapy, runs at the... Oh my god. So this is a plug for her own material, it seems. Yeah, that speaks well for this article. Where was I? Original characters, even the ones created by behemoths like Marvel or DC, have nothing like the traction of old favorites, meaning we're starting the race seconds before the big boys cross the finish line. Stealing a few of their spots at the front is not only positive, but absolutely necessary. No, it is not. All that does is it seems like you're trying to steal the fame and attraction of a previous character. Like, what you're trying to make doesn't stand on its own. Quite apart from anything else, it genuinely makes the art better and bigger. I beg to differ about both of those. Audiences tire of the same old stories told by the same old people with the same old characters just dressed up in different superpowers. Look at the success of films like Black Panther, Captain Marvel, or the aforementioned Thor Ragnarok, which took a risk, hired a minority director, let him get on with his frankly insane ideas, and reap the rewards in the form of a massive box office smash. Okay, why does him being a minority director matter? I am legitimately getting tired of hearing about that. Films like Black Panther. I would like to think that his film was a success not because there were black people in it, and more because we saw the character in Civil War, and he was awesome. So you wanted to know what he was going to do in his own movie. Captain Marvel, I still haven't watched, and I probably won't. But its success, I guarantee it has to be with the fact that it was spoiled at the end of Infinity War, and it was sandwiched in between that and Endgame. I don't think it would have done as well trying to stand on its own merits, which coincidentally this person is apparently saying people of color and whatever else actors can't do on their own. Likewise, Into the Spider-Verse reimagined Spider-Man as a black teen graffiti artist and won an Academy Award and $37.5 million at the box office. Yeah, and somehow Captain Marvel's was said to have a better fight scene than Thor, Iron Man, and Captain America vs. Thanos, so I really don't put much trust in Academy Awards. It clearly makes for more successful movies with better bottom lines, which a cynic might say is all Hollywood cares about. But just consider the raw potential harnessed by films seen by millions, giving audiences superheroes and spies and princesses different to themselves normalizes diversity in a way targeted campaigns can only dream of. This is the power of representation. I can't tell you how good it felt to watch women, plural, fight alongside the men in Endgame, and how disappointing it was to have Marvel swerve and on-screen and bisexual, I don't think that's correct, a bisexual superhero in the form of Valkyrie, something they have pledged to correct in Phase 4. Another thing I'm not happy about, all of these new movies, they seem to just be... I haven't heard anything about what the actual movies are. I hear that, oh, this one is all Asian people. Okay, good, but I've never heard of the character. How about you tell me about that? Or, oh, Valkyrie is gonna be lesbian. Like, okay, why you gotta tell me that? Just put it in the movie, and if it doesn't detract from the story, I won't care. I don't need to, the fact that these are their selling points does not speak well for these movies. So yes, let's plunder the male heroes, and Thor is an excellent place to start. There's a simple mechanism by which someone else can gain his powers, as shown in Endgame with Steve Rogers, to whoops of glee from the fanboys now complaining. Well, I'm sure there are plenty of women complaining, but people like this apparently are tone deaf and can't hear them. Plus, Marvel women have a history of relegation to the sappy love interest, or worse, the feisty girl, whose only power is the super boyfriend backing her up. Jane Foster's a particular victim of this casual misogyny. She spent 2011's Thor demanding S.H.I.E.L.D. give back her life's work. They capitulate when Thor asks, and they say, well, for one, it's Thor's movie, not hers, so of course she's a side character, and I would also probably give her stuff back if Thor asked too. In the sequel, Thor the Dark World is a swooning damsel showing her mettle by giving Loki a good slap while he's in cuffs and Thor is standing right there. Well, because Loki would probably kill her otherwise. Finally, this is a chance for the character to ironically step out of Thor's shadow. No, this is definitely not that. And that should be a call to arms for the rest of us in front of and behind the cameras. Women directors are few and far between and are only just starting to helm blockbuster films without a single female lead, with Chloe Zhao directing The Eternals. We're stepping out of the shadows, and if we can step on our male predecessors along the way, all the better. Why is it that people like this just seem to think that the only way you can build up female characters is to put down male ones? In The Last Jedi, all the males are made to look like they're incompetent idiots, basically, to try and improve our thoughts of the females, which I think failed horribly. It's really sad to see Marvel taking their movies the way Star Wars has now. I don't look forward to the next Star Wars movie, and I'm honestly not looking forward to the next Marvel movies. As I said before, I haven't seen anything about what these movies or the series are really going to entail. I've only seen about, oh, we have a non-white person directing it. Oh, there's non-white people in the cast. Who cares? Can we just focus on giving parts and positions to people who deserve them and whose talent warrants it and make a good product? All in all, I think this is just a rage and hate-filled article, and I honestly can't believe that someone thinks this way. But as I've said often, though, the ignorance of people is astounding, especially on the internet. If you liked the video, please comment on it, like it, and subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more. This is Alexander Leonhem. Thanks to any and all who chose to watch this. Have a nice night.